Alright, welcome back. Another episode of the Cozy Corner. It's your boy Cozy Boy Don, you feel me? Here to talk about the games that happened today, this weekend for real. Catch up on what's been going on in these series and stuff like that. I'm gonna start off with the games today. First we had the Hawks and the Knicks. Hawks got them boys out of there. Too much offense, too much firepower. Trae Young, Bogdanovich, Capella, John Collins, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter. It's too much for the Knicks. It's way too much. And they got that boy Julius Randle in jail on the defensive end, boy. They locking that man up. He's having a terrible series. I've been seeing a lot of Julius Randle slander on Twitter, everything like that. That's cool and all, bro, but I don't see no credit we can give to the Hawks defense like that. Hawks defense is going crazy. They got that young man in jail. They got that man in jail right now. He's been struggling. It's his first time in the playoffs, so I'm going to give him a pass, you feel me? Nothing too crazy. Same thing for RJ. You know, overachieving, average team, gets to the playoffs. Not expecting way too much from him. And I'm going to admit I was wrong. I was wrong about the series, but it is what it is. It doesn't really matter to me. Hawks get another W, up 3-1. Blew them out twice at home, so they got control in the series going back to Madison Square Garden. And I expect them to get them out of here in the next game, so they'll move on to the second round. Second game, we got the Suns and the Lakers. We got a lot to talk about this because coming out of the game, it looked all bad for them. Going into the game, it looked amazing for the Lakers. Amazing. And they had all their mojo back from games 2 and 3. They looked dominant. They looked like they were in form. And going out of the game, we have more questions about them than we did going into the game. It's kind of like a swap happened. Chris Paul looked almost his normal self today. And Anthony Davis got hurt. On top of his sprained knee, he strained his left groin. So, in the two games that the Lakers lost in this series, Anthony Davis has been a non-factor. In game one, he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't in tune to the game. He wasn't locked in. And in this game, he got hurt at the end, like the last few minutes of the second quarter. The Suns went on a run and didn't look back from there. LeBron tried to rally his guys into an effort to try to get the game back in within reach. They got it back within reach, but it was too much in the end. And I want to give a big shout out to the Suns, the others on the Suns, not just Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. I want to give a shout out to Jay Crowder, Cameron Payne, Mikal Bridges. All of them stepped up. They had 6 guys in double figures, and the Lakers only had 2 or 3. So, and they were missing KCP in this game too, who's been the primary defender on Devin Booker. So, you know, that's what that is. And there's a lot of questions going forward. Anthony Davis, they listed him day to day as of right now. We don't know when he'll come back. He might come back Tuesday when they play. He might not. Even if he does, he's probably not going to be at full strength or his normal self with 2 strained muscles. Well, a sprained knee and a strained groin. His movement wouldn't be ideal for what he does for that team and what he needs to do, especially defensively. It's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. LeBron gonna have to put that Superman cape on it and get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna need Kuzma to step up too. They're gonna need everybody else to step up for them to survive this series. And then going forward, we're gonna see what happens. So it's tough. Game 3, we had the Celtics against the Nets, which should be a sweep, but it wasn't because the Celtics got a good W on Friday against them. You know what I'm saying? Jason Tatum 50 ball. Tristan Thompson monster game. They really took advantage of them, and the Nets had an off shooting night. So, you know, Game 4 was more of the same. Everybody expected. The Celtics came out hot in the first quarter, but as the game went on, you don't want to get into a scoring contest with the Nets because you're always going to lose. Kyrie, KD, James Harden, they combined for 104 points. 104 of them things. You know what I'm saying? 104 points. And got them boys out of there. They got one more at the crib. and we're gonna talk about what happened at the end of that game, at the very end. So finally, we got the game that on my screen is just gone final, 106-81. The Los Angeles Clippers dismantle the Dallas Mavericks. I want to clap it up for them and throw a round of applause in there for them, man, because they had them 2 E's that I was talking about in that video a couple of days ago on Friday. They had them 2 E's, man, energy and effort, and they came back to tie the series. Paul George, Kawhi. I said I wasn't really worried about their offense. Still not really worried about their offense. The only thing they needed to fix up was the defense. And they got a little bit of help as the Mavericks regressed back to the mean. Back to the mean, bro. They shot, let me look, because last time I checked, they were shooting like 16% from 3. It was like maybe the end of the third quarter or fourth quarter. I'm gonna check it right now. The Dallas Mavericks, the end of the game, shot 16% from 3, 5 for 30. So they were extremely hot in the first 2 games, and now they're starting to become extremely cold. And it really wasn't too much else outside of 4 guys and getting in double figures for the Clippers. Batum had 10, Kawhi had 29, PG had 20, Reggie Jackson had 15. So, I mean, they tied the series back up. This is exactly what I expected to happen. These past 2 games what I expected to happen. The first 2 games, the second 2 games, and they were supposed to get the Mavericks out of here in at least 5, bro. But they gotta win 2 more games. I expect them to do it pretty well. And Luka is dealing with a neck strain, which is awful for his movement. He can't really move. He was out there wincing, running around with limited mobility. So that's going to be a story for this series going forward as well. That's it for today's games. The other games that I wanted to touch on real quick. Yesterday's games are pretty meh, just like boring. The Heat got up out of there. The Bucks got them up out of there. It sucks that Dante DiVincenzo got hurt in Game 3, but the Bucks got him out of there steamrolling on the collision course to go against the Nets. And when that comes, we're gonna talk about that for sure, because that's an interesting matchup. The Sixers are gonna beat the holy hell out of the Wizards again tomorrow, and they're probably gonna match up with the Hawks, which should be very, very intriguing for a second round matchup. Who else? The Grizzlies and the Jazz. The Jazz got another W. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell for doing his thug thizzle in the fourth quarter, scoring 10 in the fourth quarter to make sure that his team didn't lose that game, because it looked for a minute like they were going to lose that game, and they ended up holding on to win, and now they're up 2-1. Expect them to go up 3-1 and get the Grizzlies out of here in 5. Yeah. Now, I wasn't planning on talking about this because it happened like a few days ago, and I had something to say about it, but it wasn't like as prevalent, and I was thinking about making a video about it, but I'm just gonna touch on it here. Fans, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, dog? Why are we doing these things? And I feel a certain way about it. I don't really care how anybody else feels about it. But me, as a black person, as a black man, I feel as though every time this happens, recently it's been 4 or 5 incidents in a week that this has happened. Every single one of them has been to a black man by a white man. Not to say that everybody that had something to do with it was racist or anything like that, but I feel as though these people are essentially, they're doing it because they can get away with it, to be honest with you. And what I'm referencing right now is at the end of the game, after the game ended in Boston, the Nets would walk into the locker room, and somebody threw a bottle at Kyrie's head. It didn't hit him, luckily, but it grazed his hair. Everybody made a big thing about it, as they should have. They got the fan. They arrested him. I don't know what else is gonna happen. They apparently banned him. So I don't really know what to say about like that specific situation. You had the Trae Young spitting thing, which was disgusting and like vile. Like, who does that? Weirdo, like, what's up with you, bro? Pulling your mask down and spit on somebody while there's a pandemic going on. You had the Ja Morant family thing in Utah, as well as Dylan Brooks, is all the racist remarks and like sexually crude remarks, talking about put a quarter in your dance and make you dance, boy. All that other type of weirdo spiel. And it's nothing that anybody can really do about this. And it's like, at a certain point in time, it's going to come to the point where somebody's going to have to take it into their own hands if these arenas and the league doesn't do something about it. And I'm not saying there's not too much you can really do, but my suggestion for stuff like this would be, you find a person, right? Whoever's, especially if you're throwing, spitting, or doing like an actual physical act to somebody, you should be 1 banned, 2 fined, and 3, you have some type of charges pressed against you, whether it be assault, aggravated assault, battery, whatever you want to call it, charges immediately, like legal action, bro. Because these people are coming here. Yes, it is a sport, it is a game, it is entertainment, but at the same time, these are human beings, and we are watching them do their thing. We're watching them at their workplace, and we shouldn't be disrespecting people for no apparent reason. I know Kyrie stepped on the logo. Who gives a damn about a cartoon logo? And if like you try to justify it, like, oh, he stepped on the logo. First of all, that logo is just the logo. Second of all, the team, nor does anybody associated with the team care about you specifically. They care about what you can give them monetarily and shit like that. And third, what are you talking about, bro? You're talking about a cartoon image and a human being, and you have no tie or anything in regards to that organization besides wearing their jersey and going to the game. Nothing else. So what are we talking about here? And like, bro, we just need to do better, bro. And it's to the point where people, like the players, feel helpless because they can't do anything about it. If you go in the stands, you're getting suspended, you're getting fined, you're getting slandered, everything. But even when a fan does it, is doing that shit, you barely even see their face. You don't see their face. You don't get their name. You don't get nothing. They just treat him like he's a streaker on a football field. Like, just turn the camera off, don't put it on him. Nah, put that camera on that jackass over there doing that dumb shit. Put it on him. Give me his name. Give me everything about him. We need to know everything about that man so we can figure out why he did this and make sure nothing like this ever happens again. Because it's bogus. It's bullshit. That shouldn't be happening to these people, bro. Like, what are we doing? And it's going to get to the point where somebody's going to go in, the player's going to go into the stands and handle it on his own. And that's not what the league wants. That's not what the fans want. That's not the kind of environment we want to portray and try to encourage. So please stop doing that dumb shit, bro. Please. It's not helping anybody. It's not doing anything but encouraging violence and division and all of this other stuff that we trying to get out of the world, bro. Now that I'm done with that, please give a like, comment, subscribe, you feel me? I'm out of here. Another episode of Cozy Corner done. A little rant at the end, but I had to get off my chest, you feel me? You're going to enjoy the 2 games tomorrow, hopefully. I'm pretty sure the Sixers are going to beat the holy hell out of the Wizards, and the Jazz going to get the Grizzlies out of here, but enjoy your Memorial Day. I'm out. Peace. You feel me?